Hello everyone, this is Neo Reality Entertainment. We're going to do something a little interesting today. This is going to be a thought about Star Wars. We're going to be mentioning about the expanded universe since even though they're considered non-canon, which someone is still seeing the Doctor about. But this is more focusing on interpretation, something that George Lucas accidentally may have come up with. There's a conspiracy within the Jedi Order.
Yeah, and it makes you think like,
And
who
also, I
is
destroyed someone's childhood life with that.
pretty much, and you get you thinking who is the bad guy here?
Who
really?
is the enemy here? Who is the real enemy?
And it really just came up. It just came to personal perspective.
And then,
Luke. To the point, it was either was Anakin really the bad guy here? Turning Sith and everything, or the real good guy here is either Ahsoka or Luke Skywalker, apparently.
and Yoda is a hypocrite. Like this is the theory. The Jedi Order is filled with hypocrisy.
Yeah, and Yoda, he could have
Prevented Order 66 and all this. He knew, and says, "Do nothing."
Did he ever sit down and think like, what would happen if we did something about it? Nobody would die. We can finish off the Sith, and
part of me believes that he knew who Palpatine was.
and he can finally retire.
Another thing too, did you? I remember. I think it was you who told me about something in the code how the Jedi can't like develop feelings for.
Yeah, like there is no emotion.
They can't show emotion. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. At the same time, they're saying, but we're also told to be compassionate.
Yeah, they kind of.
It's it had me thinking. I had to look up the word compassion instead of feeling, or it's just like something.
So sympathy and caring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
New radio station. That's what happened? What would happen to Freedom? But anyway, yeah, you should talk about the entire conspiracy you have.
Yeah, like they're saying that there is no emotion, and but okay. Even though you had clearly established that there is no such thing as emotion, like you can't have emotion, you clearly have shown you have a great need for self-preservation, and a need to form opinions, and a need to be sarcastic, and a need to make distinct personalities, and a need to adapt, and a need to survive, and a need to want, and a need to lie, and a need to deceit, and a need to kill, and a need to fight, and a need to pretty much do everything an emotional being wants to do.
Yeah. Pretty much. Huh.
In fact, here's the thing. They say this, like, put the community over this one individual guy. That was their philosophy in the expanded universe when it was talking about, like, you need to focus more on the 10 billion people you can save compared to this one guy. And, like, but you don't seem to do that. In fact, you basically said, we're protecting the Chancellor, this single entity, though, however, he's a politician. That means he's more important than these civilians.
I always thought he was like a freaking president compared to everybody else. But the major impact about the conspiracy was like the Jedi Master Mace Windu.
Yeah, at one point he was my favorite character, one of my all-time favorites, and then we saw his real personality, and then he's on my #1 hit list.
That one part where he's about to strike the Chancellor, he made that face though. He's the main person who wants to talk about we should do this by the book, but at this one point, like, no, I understand that, but don't make an evil face about it. And like, you know what? No, never mind. That's a major hypocrite right there.
Okay, remember when he killed Jango Fett in episode 2?
What, there wasn't. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Then I said, aren't you? And like, here's the thing. He showed no remorse to Boba Fett, the son of Jango Fett. Like Boba Fett said this. Like, I only wanted to go after you. I didn't want anyone else to get involved. I didn't want these clone troopers. I didn't want my fellow brothers to get hurt. I didn't want these people to get hurt. I just wanted to hurt you. And he says he would never forgive him. And this is what Mace Windu said. Well, you're going to have to start. And I said, "Our Jedi, everyone! F compassion! Just be a complete and colossal dick."
Just like the wisest word you can tell everybody. Well, I mean, like, I just lost my house. Everything burnt down I have. What can I do?
And it's your fault. I can't forgive you for this. Well, you're gonna have to start.
Oh, really? Okay. No, it's not now.
Like, like, I felt sorry for Boba Fett. Like, he lost his father, he lost everything after his dad died. And what has he got left?
What does he got left? I guess he's got himself. I mean, he does become a bounty hunter. Did he ever die? I don't remember.
Well, in the expanded universe, he survives. He gets out of that pit.
Will we maybe see him later in his
well, that was the expanded universe. He's possibly dead.
That would really suck. I mean, he's one of the. Well, to me, he's like one of the original clones. He's the original, one of them at least.
Hold on. Okay.
You thinking in a real life perspective, he was defending himself. He was self-defense. There was no way he could have known he had a son.
Yeah,
that's the way of war.
Yeah, but like, he could at least have apologized to Boba Fett for ruining his life.
Well, pretty much, yeah, he could have done that. I mean, yeah.
But Mace Windu says, "Nah, I'm gonna be a dick still."
Well, I mean, like, all the things. I don't know what apology would be good enough, but
it's a start to show you at least repent. You're at least remorseful.
It still seem like a jerk and say you got to start. I'm a man. You got to listen to what I say, even though I destroy your life.
And then this when Ahsoka was on the run. Remember that?
That still hurts. I was screaming. I was literally screaming at television. Take it! When he was giving her thing back, that really got that. Never, not a cartoon in a long time got to me like that. I wanted her to take it back and it wanted to go. Oh, that was really hard.
And like how the Jedi reacted with her, like you said this, like, oh, they're just gonna sit down, talk about this, investigate. Nope, guilty.
Yeah, I was not. I didn't think about that kind of stuff until later. I was just watching it, just blindly looking at it, like, oh, that's good graphics, that's good fighting scene. I want to see a fighting scene, but when I seen that Ahsoka part, it got to me, and then I was like, when we talked about it, I said, "Screw you, Jedi! How could you do her like that?" Oh my goodness! I mean, not Anakin. He had sense.
He had common sense.
He tried, but he didn't sell her out like everybody else did. Her masters, the people who she looks up to, that trained her.
And Blue Cone, like I keep pronouncing that last name wrong, the one with the mask on his face.
Yeah,
but like he's the one who found her, and Ahsoka looked like treated him like he was like a father figure, and nope. I mean, that is screw bonds.
If they can just sit down and think for a little while, I mean, like Ahsoka, she's been so loyal to us. She didn't she like save a planet at one point? But wait a minute, she killed somebody. Well, that's a bad look on us. We can't have that. Execute her. That's the best way for the Jedi Order. It's for the Order. May the Force be with us and all that crap.
Yeah, and then in the expanded universe, since I'm going to be talking about the expanded universe a lot, they show that this conspiracy actually stemmed thousands of years before the Clone Wars. Like, Darth Revan, he redeems himself and is in love with Bastila Shan.
I don't know what I would have done.
And Knights of the Old Republic, like, they show love can actually be a positive thing.
I mean, where at some point did love like really lead to like did one Jedi just make one mistake and they spent a whole life after that?
I think that's a possibility. Okay, I know love can lead to grief and whatnot when the lover dies, but really, if it happened by natural causes, then I don't really think there's much to be angry at the person for. Like, I get you're trying to protect them from seducing to evil and whatnot, but love does not always lead to that.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, Yoda said it. Death is a natural part of life.
Yeah.
You grieve, yes, but that doesn't lead to the dark side.
I guess when you lose somebody, you get all angry and mad.
Yeah, but that's the natural stages of grief.
I guess that's what they expected.
But they treat it like
it's like
he's
a virus.
angry. He's obviously from the dark side. Let's get rid of him. But like Darth Revan, wanted to do this. fellow Jedi members, I came here to propose something. I wish to show my newfound knowledge with using compassion, love, and whatnot to help strengthen our connection to the Force. The Council's response? Banish him! Get rid of this man! Get rid of him now! And banish his wife who's currently pregnant with their child. And I'm like, wow, that's a very emotionless, venomous response from a very emotionless cult.
It's just like the movie Equalizer. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yeah, I never watched Equilibrium.
Equilibrium. Don't pay too much attention to the story. Just look at the freaking action.
Yeah,
but the way he uses guns, like, oh my gosh, it'll blow your mind. No one ever done that ever again. It's just crazy. That was made a long time ago. The gun acting is so crazy good. They've never done it before. I mean, like, what are you thinking? Somebody need to make another movie with at least the gunfights. But the whole movie doesn't make any sense. I mean, people in that movie even showed emotion, just like Star Wars.
Yeah, and the Jedi are forbidding it yet. And here's the thing. The Jedi, some of the members wanted to get rid of these guys, like, the showing emotion, the showing love. They wanted to teach it to the others. No! Let's banish them! But here's the thing. They stopped at the last minute before they banished Revan and Bastila. With, this. But wait. This guy's a public hero. If we get rid of him, oh god, our public opinion is going to go down. People will judge us. And like, oh my god. Okay, here's something your Jedi teaching says. That the Jedi are not to swear loyalty to an external party.
This reminds me of the Templars. First, it was just a noble thing. They really tried their best. But as it grew and got stronger and richer, it got corrupted.
It corrupted itself.
The same thing. It's just, I think he deliberately compared the two, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. But it sounds just like that.
But Assassin's Creed came out before Star Wars. Came out after Star Wars.
No, this is... Yeah, when you look at the codex of Star Wars: The Old Republic, it actually did happen like that. First it was a noble thing, and then it grew.
Yeah, and like the Jedi were going to banish Revan and Bastila from the Order because they were married, they were going to have a child soon. But then they realized at the last minute, wait, he's a public hero, which means if we banish him, people aren't going to not like us anymore. Oh god. Okay, here's an idea. We'll approve of your marriage, you stay in the Order, but you will not teach these new things. Okay?
Yeah.
And Revan agreed to that, like saying this was not a war we're fighting over.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I would have said, actually, it kind of is.
We're talking about the Jedi, how they screw things up, but the Sith, they're pretty messed up too.
Yeah, but really, they didn't change their code like the Jedi does. Like,
yeah, they're not hypocrites, but they're still like bat crazy. Because have you seen the Old Republic trailer? The two Sith versus two Jedi.
Yeah.
At the end, he killed his master.
Yeah.
It's for power. That's pretty. Yeah, they're not hypocrites, pretty much, which is crazy, but they are pretty insane. I mean, like if I become a Sith, I don't want my Padawan or apprentice killing me when I'm weak. I mean.
Yeah, but he didn't know that would happen.
Yeah, I think the whole. You know how Anakin got all mad and crazy. That could have all been avoided if
they had think things through.
I mean, like, how about we just, hey, buddy, just sit down here. Tell me all your problems. Your mom died, didn't she? Tell me all about that.
And then there was this theory going on saying, wait, did the Jedi knew that Anakin's mother was going to die? And then when I was looking it up, I just said, oh, this is interesting. Because that part is true.
I remember something from the Star Wars series. Anakin did something, or he did something that. Why do you not see this coming? Even I was little and
Slaughter of the Tusken Raiders.
I think it was the second movie. I can't remember exactly, but I remember remembering that he did something that like something's up with this guy in the second movie.
He killed the Tusken Raiders after his mother died.
The Jedi knew something about him. You know, remember that the last one they did when he got angry because they wouldn't let him a master?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, because he's being placed on the council, yet he's not being made a Jedi Master, and he felt insulted by that.
It doesn't make any sense, honestly, though.
And here's the thing I also found out. At the 41-minute mark of Revenge of the Sith, Mace Windu says this, I don't trust Anakin. And then I was like, really? You mean to tell me after 3 to 4 years of war, you don't trust him?
I thought you was speaking that like the tough father, tough love kind of thing, but now it's not that at all.
And Yoda said, perhaps the prophecy has changed. And like,
what are you talking about?
and then like I was thinking like, you want Anakin to fail, don't you? You just want to get rid of him. Like you didn't want him before because he was too old.
And I don't want to think of Yoda like that. He was the Jedi of the Jedi. I thought he was the guy. I don't want to insult people, but he made midget cool when I was seeing him fight. But if you when you say things like this, he knew about he knew about things going down. It just slows my thought for him. But he was the guy. Besides
only to realize he's among a hypocrite.
Yeah. Besides Mace Windu, he was my absolute favorite character in the
yeah,
entire
and
series.
then there's the whole saying, do or do not. There is no try. And like I was looking at that like, wait. That's it. That's the definition for absolute. And doesn't that say only a Sith deals in absolutes?
I think he was the reason why my brother loved the color green. It's when he saw Yoda. But when we talk about this is just a conspiracy theory. Okay, let's leave it at that. But
I'm like, if you told your brother this whole story, and if he saw this video, he's probably going to be scarred.
He's probably going to hit me. He's a military guy too, me and him still love Dragon Ball Z. We still watch. We haven't seen the recent ones together, but we still watch it. Me and him, we hate it. The live action Dragon Ball Z. But we're pretty cool. And I don't think I can crush his dreams like this. Some people can't handle the truth.
Yeah, and I'm always wondering about like how they treated Ahsoka. Like, there's a reason if Ahsoka had stayed, would have Anakin not fallen?
I mean, yeah. Who knows?
Like, fanfiction.net, I've been chatting with this user named David Davis. He says there's a reasonable doubt that Anakin would not have fallen. He would not have fallen if Ahsoka stayed. If the council treated them with respect and actually allowed attachment things.
I mean, like, with the whole emotionless thing, I mean, that emotion just built up inside of Anakin. It just exploded all over them.
And remember Order 66 in Revenge of the Sith? Like, what did you all think of it when you first saw it?
So what, Anakin?
No, the clone troopers turning on the Jedi.
That was just a huge,
I was really sad at that.
Yeah, but when I look at it now, I'm like, they deserved it!
I only think the higher ups deserve it. That was...
And remember Anakin was about to kill these children?
He did kill those children. That was crazy too.
Yeah, like, I kind of will say it. I think it was better. I think it was better because you would have turned into a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And became the very thing you hate.
But really, if you would have thought of another point of view, how about you took them out the Euro wing and you would have a Sith army? But they didn't do that. But that was completely on Anakin for him to change the way he did.
Okay. But Anakin's transformation from the dark side it actually kind of made more sense. Like, Anakin fell for the more purest of reasons. He wanted to protect people he loved.
Right.
Someone just took advantage of it. Like, how's been your perspective ever since I told you this whole theory of mine?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always seen the Jedi as these paragons of everything.
Paragon of virtue.
Yeah, the embodiment of everything,
good.
But, now you mention this, it really has changed my perspective on the Jedi. And, it's just this whole shade of gray, to be honest.
Yeah, and even the Sith seem like they're better at goodness. They don't go ahead and blind their hypocrisy. Like, if they want to be angry all the time, they're going to be angry. And here's the thing. There's even been in Knights in the Old Republic MMO, there's even these group of people called the light side of Sith who follow the light side.
Right.
Yeah, and they don't do all the Sith stuff. They're focusing more on the light side of the Force. And wait a second, this is a Sith that's using both the dark side and the light side? Oh my god, this is the Force.
I was trying to wonder that
what was that about?
Huh?
What was that about?
Thunders. She said it's gonna get storm coming. But we can wrap this up a little quick. I tried to. I told her it was gonna be sunny and hot today, but she said it's dark over there, so I gotta get going.
Okay.
But real quick, the purple lightsaber thing with Mace Windu, I kind of thought that was like a Sith thing, to me.
Like I seen in Knights of the Old Republic Sith holding purple lightsabers.
Yeah, Jedi got blue and green,
and occasionally yellow.
Yeah, I mean, why not give them another lightsaber? They can't be all red. Yeah, and I guess red lightsaber is just not allowed in the Jedi Order either.
But here's the thing: they allow a black lightsaber.
A black and white. That's a cool.
Like it had a black lightsaber with a white outline.
Yeah, they only had that in the Clone Wars series. I wish they would have had that somewhere else, but it looked really good in the Force Unleashed. I always got to get that lightsaber.
Yeah, I have it.
That lightsaber is really cool, and and I always put the Sith cloak on in the first one. Yeah.
All right. And in Star Wars: The Old Republic, they show this light-sided Sith. Like, there's these Sith that follow the light side of the Force, and they're forcibly wiped out by the dark side of the Force.
Wait, in the actual Old Republic?
No, in the Old Republic MMO. There are these Sith that follow the light side, and I'm like, wait, Sith who use the dark side and the light side? Oh my god, this is actually combining them. They're actually common sense ones.
I mean, like, that kind of a Sith that's following the light side. I mean, like, to me, that's the good side of a Jedi. That's a really, not a Jedi, but a really good guy.
Force wielder.
Yeah, that's a good guy. I mean, he's not chained by the laws of Jedi, and he's not as heartless and evil as the Sith. He's just his own person at that point, like Ahsoka.
Yeah, and Ahsoka has these silver lightsabers in the Clone War, in the Rebel series, as far as I've seen, and like I went, hey, could it be symbolism?
Silver lightsabers, really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's really cool. I wonder what kind of, a quick random question. What kind of color lightsaber would you guys have? Besides black.
Darn it. I would have went with gray. To show that I'm affiliated with the shade of gray thing.
It would either be, like silver.
I will go with yellow.
Gray or whatever.
I never actually seen a yellow lightsaber.
Except it's in Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, but...
Actually, you did see a yellow lightsaber when they caught Barriss. There were two guards with yellow lightsabers.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But and that was the first time. Well, the first time in that series I seen a double-sided lightsaber. I think.
There was Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, not in this series, but his brother.
Yeah.
Or kin, but still, I'll go a yellow lightsaber. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta get going.
Yeah, we can finish this up though.
All right, so we're gonna watch Kingsman.
I can't though, since I gotta go like right away.
Okay, but like there's also this whole like the Jedi Order, in my opinion, got corrupted by itself because they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the teaching started getting more and more. What?
And then without a trained eye, it's really difficult to catch on. I mean, like they didn't realize.
And like Jedi said this, the Jedis are not allowed to own property. They're not allowed to rule things, not rule over people. And yet, here's the thing. They even had at a point in the expanded universe, during a war, they had Jedi lords. People who control things. Control planets.
Wow. Yep. That's the hypocrite kicking in right then and there. That's pretty much why the whole thing got tore up from the very end. Because they've been just awful people.
Okay, so like I'm gonna make this as a part 1. We'll talk about it in a future day, a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone, this was Neo Reality Entertainment, Lean Deer and Solaris 160. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.